Hello. I like to hear songs and learn how to play them, and I thought it would be interesting to show how I did that. So I'm going to pick a popular song that I've never played on guitar before and walk you through my process of how I do that. This may be interesting to literally zero people, but we're going to try it. So I am going to do August by Taylor Swift. I know the song, but I don't know how to play it on guitar. I know that it has a cool little acoustic part. And so I'm going to show you how I do that. So first thing I'm going to do, let's see the best way to do this here. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. Let's see. You hear that? Okay, so first off, there's 3 chords at the beginning. So, generally, the first chord is going to be the key that we're in. So that first note is bum, 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 bum. Okay, so it's an F. So already we're getting into the weeds here. F is a hard key to play in. Not hard, but I don't like the sound of it as much. So it's kind of bar chordy. So it would be like, nah, and then I'm assuming it would just, yep. So already I am going to capo because if it's in F, I like the shape of the E chords better. So I'm going to capo 1 so that we're still able to be in F. So without it, it would be... But you can see, here's my E shape right here. So I'm going to capo, and we're going to get to... So, yep, so that goes to the 4. Right, so this is the 1 chord. We'll get into that later, but most pop songs are going to be a combination of like 3 or 4, generally the same chords in every song, and so that's how I knew that it would go to that. So let's play it again. All right, so salt air, the rest on your door, never needed anything more. Are you sure? All right, so now it's going to change up, I'm assuming. Alright, so, but oh, so it's back to that same 1 chord, so I can see nothing but she always said to me, the bottom line, never mind. Oh. So that's the 6 minor chord. No, it's not. sorry, that's the 2 minor. No one yell at me that plays music. Taylor Swift specifically loves the 2 minor chord. Again, we'll get into all of that at some point, but I'm just kind of showing you how I figured this out. So I knew that it was in F. There's my 1. Okay, so what's really cool is Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. Two minor. Ooh. So that at the end it goes up to a never mind. To the 5, so okay, so here's what's cool. Now that I know the structure of the chord, so it's 1, 4, 2 minor to the 5. What's really neat is now I can take that song and I can change the key of it to better fit my voice. Luckily, this one is kind of in my range already. The chorus is a bit high for me, but you know, the salt air, I can do that. But maybe I want to bring it down a little bit. So now we're going to do some math. So the first thing I'm thinking of is I could just take the capo off, and that would lower it half a step. So now I could do, instead of salt air, I can go down half a step and go salt air, the rest of your mind. Da, da, da. Let's get to the chorus in here. That August slips away. It's still a little high for me. So if I'm trying to get down from E, the next step down would be D flat. I can get down to D. So I could get down, instead of starting on that F, salt air, I could start on salt air. What would the 4 be? So salt air. Oh gosh. That's a G, so salt air, the rest of your life, you never mind. So I could do that, but I personally don't like playing in D as much on guitar. I like the chord shapes better of C. So now if I'm thinking, oh, I want to do it in D, what I'm going to do is capo 2. So that way I can play my C shapes, which I like better, and then play it in D from there. So now I could do, let me pull up my lyrics here. So, salt air, rust on your door, been needed anything more, but I'll get slips away through. That's still a little high for me. So there's a couple ways that we can do this now. I can go down even further to just C, but I'm now concerned that it's going to be too low in the verses. So now it would be salt air. Well, no, that's fine. Salt air, rust on your door. I've never needed anything more. All your slips away through the bottle of wine. You never mind. Slips away through da 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 da. You never mind. Somewhere. Da 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 da. So anyway, that's 5 minutes in. That's how I would approach that. I would kind of figure out from here how I would want to do it. Honestly, I might just stick with the original key, because I can just go to falsetto for the chorus. So back to the original, right? So now salt air and the rust on your door. I've never needed anything more, but I'll get slips away through the bed. Da 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 da. What's funny is it might even be better if I go up some because of the falsetto break. So now I'm going to go up a step and go salt air and the rust on your door. I never needed anything more. Nope, that's too high. So maybe we stick in the original key. I don't know. This might have been total chaos, but the really cool thing is, as you can see, once we know kind of the chords that we have in a song, we can move it around because those chords stay relative to each other no matter what key we're in, because we know that the E here is the one chord. That A would be a 4 chord, so in your scale, your major scale, ba 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 ba. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the 4 chord. It's a major. So 1 major, 4 major, and then we knew that it's the 2 minor. So 1. But again, we can move it around, right? So if I wanted to go back to playing it in like C, it's still the same. It's so at 1. That's the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an F. So sol air, rest on to the 2 minor, which is a D. Da, da, da. Yeah, that's hard for me in my voice to hit that falsetto. I'd either have to scream it, but August slips away through the you never mind. That's your 5. One final thought here. When I play in C and there's a 2 minor, this is very deep cut here. The 2 minor in C is a D minor, and you can only play the top 4 strings. Well, you probably do more than that, but I'm not smart enough to know how to do that. I like to play as many strings as possible when I play acoustic, so I prefer, if I'm going to have a 2 minor in the song, to not play it in C, because I don't like that D minor as much. So I would actually probably capo 5 and play it in G shape. So we're still playing the same chords, right? So it's but now we can capo 5 and do the same thing with different chord shapes. So now we can do da 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 da. Anyway, I have no idea if that's interesting. If it is, let me know. I think it would be cool to do some more of this. Maybe do like a Twitch stream and walk you through the process. This video is currently 15 minutes. I'm going to try to edit it down to like 2. We'll see how that goes. But let me know. Bye.